Our Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Local Government and Public Works, Dr. Basera, Permanent Secretary from the Ministry of War, Veterans Affairs, the Honorable Minister of the War, Veterans Affairs, Minister Mafunga, our esteemed investor, developer, Dr. Tungwarara. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. I'm not going to be reading any speech like indicated by the PS, but just to inform you that, as we may be aware, Section 23 of the Constitution of the Republic of Zimbabwe has got provisions for looking after war veterans in terms of a quota system, that 20% of the developments taking place in the country in various economic spheres must be set aside for war veterans, be it in mining, tourism, agriculture, and the built environment. Ourselves as the Ministry of Local Government and Public Works, with the mandate to provide infrastructure developments in the built environment, we are here to honor that provision in the Constitution by today signing a memorandum of agreement between the Ministry of Local Government and Public Works, the Ministry of War, Veterans Affairs, and our developer for the construction to completion of developments for stands for war veterans throughout our 10 provinces. This is not a new development. We've done that for the youth. You may be aware that in September last year, His Excellency mandated this ministry again to come up with a program where we are working with developers, anchor developers, to develop areas into residential areas for the purposes of developing stands for the benefit of our people that are in the youth sector. We are going to do that with the war veterans, and after the war veterans, I think we'll cascade it to the Women's League. So this is the reason why we are here, to send that memorandum. Without wasting a lot of time, allow me to invite the Minister of War Veterans Affairs, Honorable Mafunga, to give us some
thank you, notes. Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, as Chief Executive Officer Bribing Group and PS, local government, PS, veterans, and all the officials here present, as has been said by the Minister of Local Government, our Constitution provides for the accord of honor, respect, and economic empowerment for our veterans. As such, the Second Republic has taken that from its inception into practice by appointing the ministry responsible for veterans of the liberation struggle. That's why you see me here as the minister. Before, it was a department under other ministries. So it means the Second Republic is concerned about the welfare of the veterans. And as such, as has been said by the minister, that 20% of our resources in the country, that is mining, housing, farms, war veterans are entitled to a quota. And I'm happy that today the Ministry of Local Government and Prevail group of companies, we are here to fulfill what is required by the statutes of this country. And I'm told this program, the first phase, is to benefit about 50,000 war veterans, which is a substantial number. And as a ministry responsible for the identification and the final allocation of these tents, we are going to do this transparently and we promise everyone in this country that we are not going to be found on the side of those who are corrupt. It means we are going to do our work transparently. So I want to thank Honorable Minister. Firstly, let me thank our President for taking care of the welfare of the veterans, our Minister of Local Government, and Prevail group of companies for this project that is going to benefit our comrades. We know some might say, oh, you want to give comrades stands. Do you think they will manage to build these stands? They will. They've got children. So shelter is very important, is provided for by our constitution. Shelter, provision of shelter is a right to our people. So I want to thank you, fellow members. Thank you.
We as Bribing Group, we are very happy to be part of this initiative, which is also driving the Vision 2030 as announced by His Excellency. So as Bribing Group, we are ready to start the work as discussed before, so that the war veterans can also benefit from these initiatives. I think that's what I can say.
Good afternoon once more, Honorable Minister, Bribing International Group CEO and Chairman. Let me correct the misconception which I'm getting from the media. We are not building houses. We are providing stands. So what we are going to do as Minister of Local Government and Public Works is to identify suitable land where we will then invite the developer to come and provide the road network, water and sewer reticulation and other services that fall under the first line of services. That's what we are going to do. And then after that, the Minister of War Veterans Affairs will then hand over, rather, the Minister of War Veterans Affairs will give us an allocation list, so that we will then assign a person to a specific stand with a stand number for purposes of preparing the title deeds. So we're not building houses. I just wanted to clear that confusion and we are the ministry responsible for the dear lady that asked the question. We are the ministry responsible for ensuring that we follow the law in terms of providing developed pieces of land for housing purposes. We will not see a situation where, or we will not witness a situation where the developer will be allocated a wetland as a piece of land for this program. It will not happen. And we are the ministry responsible for ensuring that the Urban Councils Act is being respected by anyone, including ourselves. So there is no way you will find people coming to demolish these houses that the war veterans were building on properly planned, surveyed, and governed settlements. It will not happen. So please don't worry about that. It's being done by the ministry responsible for sanity in the built environment, and with the developer that we have identified. And in fact, we advertised, and a lot of developers participated in the expression of interest. And the best developer is the developer that we are seated with here in terms of what we're expecting. A developer who bring his own financial resources, who bring his own technical resources to develop. Then there is a ratio that our technical team will then zero down on what goes to the development, what remains for the war veterans. That's how it's going to work. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister Mafunga, with regards to the number of stands to be developed.
Thank you very much. As a ministry, we are responsible for veterans of the liberation struggle, and veterans of the liberation struggle and their dependents include 4 categories. That's the veterans, the non-combatants, ex-detainees, and war collaborators. All those are veterans of the liberation struggle. As such, there are quite a number of veterans that we have. In our first phase, we are going to develop 50,000 stands. So we are going to move in phases. So the first phase, we are going to have stands for 50,000 people. And as time will be going, as time goes on, we'll have to consider others.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, let me just add something, just to help me stay. The Ministry for Veterans Affairs is responsible for vetting legitimate war veterans in the 4 categories that have been said. That is the list that they already have, where the vetting process has been done and completed. That is the number that we are going to provide with these properly developed stands. So she cannot give you the exact figure now, but this is a program that is going to spread nationwide, in cities, in towns, in RDCs, rural district councils, because we have got veterans in all those areas. That's how it's going to be done. This gentleman here, or Prevail International, is the anchor developer. He is going to be working with other developers that include even the war veterans who are developers that are invited. The youth and the women who are in the development sphere will be invited, but they will be brought here and vetted by our technical team, led by the permanent secretary in the ministry, in support and getting support from War Veterans Affairs PS, and also with the consent of the developer, because we don't want to compromise on quality. I know some people will leave this room and say, tomorrow I'm a developer, I want to be part of that. Those doors are closed. We don't want to create land barons out of a noble idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.